Clarifying this is absolutely important. Helping us understand what the Trump budget is all about is one of the most important things. I think it's absolutely crazy and reckless. And what is the Trump budget all about anyway? What is it? What is it? What is Trump's budget? Is it for Trump? I just don't understand it. So if you guys can explain it better, we can talk about it, because it starts by talking about it. And it starts by helping. I mean, they have a lot of billionaires in this country, such as Rihanna, Beyonce, Bill Gates. How come Trump is the only one that is getting out there claiming to be president, while everyone else just completely talks bad about him, instead of helping him understand why it's bad? At least Hillary Clinton is helping him understand that concept. However, he might need to hear from the rest of us, like, hey, this is not going to help people eat. This is actually bad for the country. When you don't share with the country, you make it dangerous for the citizens and the residents and the guests from other countries. And that not only declares war on this country from other countries, it also makes living harder for a lot of people. And if Republicans don't want to play fair, then their finances need to be removed from them. Because did you know that your platform is a weapon? Did you know that if you make money in this country and none of that's why they collect taxes and they force people to donate to organizations? Because if you make money off of this country and you don't do anything to invest and to help the country get better and be better, like as far as the soldiers, you pose as a threat to this country. So you're an enemy of the state. Did you know that? You don't want to be an enemy of the state. Enemies of the state work against the state. They build their own empires, they build their own homes, and they don't want to do anything to help the country get better. So how do you expect us to look up to Republicans if Republicans refuse to help Democrats? Right? If you're any smarter than Democrats, then how come you're sharing less? Right? Because you guys worked hard for your money. Well, guess what? There's a lot of soldiers that worked hard to protect you so you can have the ability to actually work hard for your money. There's a lot of people down here that have disabilities that it requires our kindness in order for God to continue to bless this country, right? God blesses countries that feed the poor, because God is not a bully and God does not promote bullies. He does not promote, because the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding that you guys obtain is actually a gift from the universe, a gift from God, right? So if you use those gifts to abuse, God doesn't stand for that. God stands against it. So if Trump feels like he's in this alone, he feels bullied, right? So how about we encourage Trump to do better? By giving him better advice, by reminding him the importance of feeding the poor, the importance of making sure that people have enough money on their food stamps. The same way you guys have more. It makes no sense for you guys to have all that money and still come out stressed. As if there is no massage therapist that can get the job done because you all are eating unhealthy food. And then you're spending too much money on cancer programs. As if there is no real issues going on in the world. And they're probably just using those issues to collect more money and build more empires, because cancer is the biggest cry and it's the biggest way to touch people's hearts. They can easily be using that money to literally feed and give people and feed themselves, actually. Right? So we need to see how it's, when are you guys going to find the cure to cancer? The cure to cancer is stopping these grocery stores from selling deadly foods that have unhealthy products in them. Why would you even sell these? How did these even pass to be sold? Meat, chicken. We understand that if there is no food, people start eating each other. We do understand that. So we need to slowly dive into vegan, like the whole half of of Ralph's need to be a vegan section until we can get everybody on board to become a vegan. But you have 3 vegan products while the rest of the products are literally dairy products. These are your employees that you're feeding. People that are investing in you, that are helping your organization grow. Don't you want them to get better? It's crazy because if you lose customers, you lose business, you lose money. So making sure that the customers are well cared for, making sure that everybody's eating well. I highly doubt Trump is eating well. That's why he's not thinking properly. Right? So reminding him, hey, Trump, that last steak, it looks healthy, but it's not healthy actually. That piece of chicken looks healthy, but it's actually not healthy. A lot of foods in these restaurants should be illegal. Because when you go there, I mean, sugarcoating this entire situation is horrible. It's gone on long enough. Now we need to strengthen the vegan system and enforcing proper meals. I know you guys are afraid that people might declare war. They won't. You just need to have the police officers ready, the soldiers ready, because this is unacceptable. And then they're making excuses. We as customers are sick and tired of going to stores and finding poor customer service. People, your own customers are abusing us. We're sick of it. And then what do we get in return? Nothing but another attitude. I saw a change, and I see that they've made a difference here, and a difference will be made as long as we continue to communicate. Use your time wisely, people. When you go in these stores, make sure you point out the mistakes. Don't be afraid of them. This is how America is going to get great, right? It's not going to get great by constantly telling the people that are doing the best that they can, because they have all sorts of mental issues too. I mean, what sense that you got Trump? You have to dive in. You know, I'm not the kind of person that's going to protect anything that you do that is not right. That's not correct. I can't sympathize with you if you don't sympathize with the poor. You're soon going to be a senior citizen and you're going to be in need. You're going to be in need of support. Don't think that you have all the money in the world, because you're going to end up dying and then be born in another world and have to suffer the consequences of all the things, of all your negative actions, the bad things that you did to people, if you did bad things to people, and the things that you failed to do when it was in your power to do so, when you had the power to do so, but refused to do it. You cannot be president and not get the work done. Right? You can't. Not every day Trump sees fans. Right? There are times where Trump is inside of his house with his family, perhaps. Like I said, you don't discourage anybody that becomes president, because that could be you. And then how would you treat people the way you want to be treated, even when they're not treating you the best way? That's where education begins. Scooting to their level is not where education begins. Playing tit for tat, that's kindergarten games. Kindergartners do that. We're not kindergartners. This is not kindergarten. This is an adult school. Adults, nothing but adults. We are adults. We need to act like adults. You guys in the White House or outside of the White House are acting like children. Trump, whenever you talk to these other presidents and dismiss them and make them feel bad because of the work that they did and how horribly they did it, you're just being honest, which is true. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just your approach. If you could change your approach, it would be better. It'll make you better. Look, listen, but I do understand that you can get angry. I get angry and I'm like, yo, this is not going to happen. We all get angry, right? But Trump has to get better at some point, right, Trump? You have to get better.